Hey guys, this is Impact Hall of Famer Gail Kim, and you are watching the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What's up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC, and I'd like to welcome back my beautiful wife, Tina.
Hi, guys.
Over here, we got Tommy.
Yo.
And, of course, we got Mike.
I'm Mike, and this is 2020.
Cue the music.
Oh, my gosh.
All year.
That was pretty cool that you got the music in, but I will give you that.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that I was like so many different versions. Like, which one was Barbara Walters on? That's it. Yeah. I'm all thrown off
Welcome
here.
back to me. I
Welcome
guess.
back, Tina. How you
Yes.
Welcome back.
I've been tired.
Yeah.
doing? We missed you.
I started the year with the flu.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Yeah. and
But
then-
you beat the shit out
And
of
then,
it.
and then the school year started, and I was just super tired.
A whole
and
new kind of
exhausted.
flu because they come in the form of children.
Yeah. And so,
But you could not miss the road.
hell no, this is my favorite pay-per-view for WWE wise. My favorite one I already told you was NXT's War Games.
Yeah.
So for WWE, like strictly, it's my favorite's the Rumble.
Have we told you the Brock thing? Because that might change your mind now.
Yeah, did you forget?
Well,
yeah,
thankfully, there's 2 Royal Rumbles now.
Good
Yes.
That's true. That,
2 chances to
that-
be
that-
disappointed.
True.
Yeah.
of course, the year Asuka and Shinsuke won was like an unexpected treat.
Yeah.
They did nothing with it. but
Remember
it's-
how they both main event?
Aww.
Let me have just that moment, please.
Wah, wah, wah.
Our Twitter account is at CCG_WrestleCast. You can subscribe to the Countdown City YouTube channel while Tina's blowing the air horn over
Whatever.
here.
Whatever's here. Whatever's
I
here.
started doing that on the other podcast.
Yeah, I know. It's hilarious. I don't need a soundboard. I just need you to make sound effects. And you say I need to do voiceover work. Today, we are previewing WWE's Royal Rumble, hence the balls we got here. Yeah.
We like to play a little game. I don't know if JC
With
wants
balls.
to if JC wants to explain it. If
I'll
anybody
probably
wants to play
explain
it
it
at
towards the
home.
end. Yeah. We explained it last
We
year.
won't
if you were
explain
watching.
it. We're just going to leave it here and make
Yes.
you get.
It's a lot of balls involved.
It's basically whatever WWE Creative does every week. They usually leave it there, let you guess what's happening.
But don't you miss that in the Royal Rumble where they used to have this little thing backstage and make it seem like they had to
Yeah.
draw
Those
a
are
number?
always funny.
One of
Yeah.
the most messed up things before that, though, was like when they used that same thing for Brock Lesnar to pick an opponent, and every ball said Shannon Moore. Because he knocked the cage over his side. Could have picked Shannon Moore, Shannon Moore.
That was funny. Now, before we get into the Rumble, we're not going to make any picks on this, but Worlds Collide is kind of snuck in there as kind of the new Royal Rumble weekend takeover.
Yeah, because they didn't announce anything till like yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think we really knew how it was going to go down because in the
No.
past, or last year, they did Worlds Collide at
Part of
the
Access.
at the Access and just kind of did them throughout the weekend.
Yeah, and it was just
Yeah.
like matches thrown together. It was for Access. Of course, with TakeOver, they're starting to separate TakeOver more now away from the standard pay-per-views,
Right.
which I think is good for NXT. It gives them some standalones. It kind of spreads things out.
Yeah.
Now, Worlds Collide, Mike, what are some of the lineup of the matches, like some highlights?
So, as of right now, according to the listing on Wikipedia, which we know
Thank you,
is,
Wikipedia. It's reputable.
Yes.
No, it's not.
I g
Not for history majors.
Well, this is wrestling history, so
Okay.
we make
Oh
it
my
up
God,
anyways.
JC, just let it go.
I'm just saying, it was banned for my teachers.
I feel what he's very
Oh,
Yeah.
English teacher over there too.
So
I can't help it. I got to agree.
I guess what they're considering the main event is an 8-man tag team match. Imperium, which is Walter, Fabian, Aichner, Marcel Barthel, Alexander Wolf versus the Undisputed Era, which is, of course, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly,
Baby.
Bobby Fish, and Roderick Strong.
Sounds like the
They
cast
set
for
a
Doctor
great.
Strange.
They set that up great for out of
Yes,
Blackpool.
at the last-
Like
That's
just
it.
sheer size.
Well, by size,
It's-
yeah,
the
but
Imperium should win, but by pure heart, Undisputed Era.
see, I hate to say this, but I feel like 2 through 4, Undisputed Era is far better than Imperium.
I
Like,
agree.
not that
Yeah.
I hate the other Imperium guys or they're bad, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
I think with
Red
the other-
Dragon and Roderick Strong, basically. That's
Yeah.
I think with the other Imperium guys, with the exception of Alexander Wolf, the others are just kind of starting to prove themselves. And,
Yeah.
and Walter's the only dude like, oh yeah, Walter for
Right.
sure. The rest of the era,
I agree with that.
The era is just it's the era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Era. You can't
You're-
have them lose either.
The funny part is literally
Or can you if you're really trying to put Imperium over?
At some point, they have to. Though.
The funny part is with Undisputed
think
Era, literally save Bobby Fish. Every guy has been Ring of Honor World Champion at least once.
Wow.
except for Adam Cole, who of course has had the dang thing 3 times.
Yep. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so there's also a women's title match for the NXT women's title, Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm.
That's a tough
Which
one.
is
More things
A
changed.
rematch,
More
even
things
though Ripley's now kind of U.S. NXT and Tony's still UK NXT. There's a singles match, Finn Balor versus Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov faced Cesaro at...
The first what? No.
No, the last one,
No.
Cardiff, right?
Cardiff.
Cardiff, yeah.
It's possible also that Finn could be working double duty this weekend
I would assume
because he's been hinting.
So we're going to
at-
see that a
he's-
lot with these NXT guys.
He's also been hinting about the Royal Rumble, so
Oh, yeah.
Right, and
He
why
should-
would
he
you
would end up
not
at
put
both.
him in it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm definitely with you there.
Especially heel Finn. He's Prince Finn Balor now.
Yeah. There's a fatal 4-way for the NXT Cruiserweight because remember the Cruiserweight champion is now the NXT Cruiserweight. Angel Garza, the champion, versus Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Jordan Devlin and Travis Banks.
We were talking about this briefly before we recorded, but I really, really would love to see Jordan Devlin win that.
Me too.
I think he's been I guess you could say he's a bit underrated. He's had some great matches with NXT UK and never seems to get over that hump.
Right.
But if you put a belt on him or a title on him that as the cruiserweight champion, that would go really well.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Scott win a match for a one-on-one match with Garza on like NXT recently, like last week or something like that?
I don't know.
I think so, but
Okay.
need to catch
he
up.
may get he
I
may
used
have
to be the NXT expert, and I haven't watched in a while.
Yeah,
I'm
fair
sorry.
enough.
he might have
Sorry.
gotten a single match on the show or whatever, but
Or he might.
Busy.
Okay.
It's okay.
Watch
yeah.
tomorrow.
It's okay.
Well, they might. Well,
Um,
it could happen tomorrow. Now I think about it, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
both guys will still be in the match.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
There's a really good tag team match, DIY Gargano and Ciampa versus Mustache Mountain, Trent
That should
Seven
be
and
good.
Tyler
God
Bate.
damn.
That should be
That's
fun.
probably
as
gonna.
heck.
That could steal the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
It
basically
could steal the entire
it's
weekend.
mustaches versus beards when you think about it. Because Gargano's working on one right now at this point. So, battle of the facial hair.
Battle of the
Loser loses their facial hair would be a
Faces
hell.
mostly?
It would be a hell of a thing if it was loser
Bet.
loses facial hair.
Yeah.
What would they
That's
do?
like
It's like,
Lucha de Puestas kind of match.
but no, if they did that, I would fully accept a double count on in that match if that happened. That way, no one loses, no one wins, because
We all
that's
win.
just a travesty.
Because everyone keeps their epic stash and beard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. But
And then there's those. So those are the 5 main card matches they have, and then the pre-show, Mia Yim versus the NXT UK Women's Champion Kaylee Ray, which it doesn't say it's a titles match. So as right now, it's just a one-on-one.
you never know; they could change it. No, that's
Yeah.
that's
Maybe
taking
also
place
this
on
week's
Saturday.
pre-show.
Where in Houston?
Yeah,
say
I
on
would
there?
assume so.
Should be at the top with the details.
For someone who doesn't like
quick-
Wikipedia.
It'll take place January 25th
knows
at
where
the
everything
Toyota
is.
Center.
Oh, it's in the
Street Live
Toyota
on
Center.
network.
Okay, which is okay. That's interesting. All right, of course, home of the Rockets. So Cool.
Boo, I mean,
yeah, I know. Boo. So cool.
So I mean, should be a pretty interesting show. I like that they're getting both UK and US NXT involved. We talked about the UK takeover was 2 weeks ago. It was a great
the last
show.
2 weeks, basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
So should be a fun show. Not quite a takeover, but still got some of those NXT guys involved. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
like we said, they could see some of them involved in the Royal Rumble, which is what we're going to get into now. The beginning of WrestleMania season for WWE. It all kicks off with the Royal Rumble. Everything seems to get set up. Surprisingly, there's a fairly good number of matches here because most of the time the Rumble matches themselves each take about an hour. So we're going to start with we're going to get into later on. We're going to get into who we're going to pick for the win the Rumble matches. We have some Vegas odds to kind of go along with that. We'll make some predictions for some of the other matches going on. So we're going to start with 2 matches that I'm pretty sure are probably going to be on the pre-show. And if they're not, I'm going to wonder why. First one, Shorty G versus Sheamus. Hell of a return for Sheamus to come out and then all of a sudden just attack Shorty G. It's like, all right,
Shorty
back in the
G.
heel roll. You Shorty G. Is anybody not picking Sheamus in this, given that he's been out for so long and he's coming back full on heel?
no, I think they're going to give him a pretty strong heel run,
Yeah.
kind of leading up to WrestleMania.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, Sheamus.
So everyone's going Sheamus? All right, cool.
See.
Thank you. That's easy to video edit. All right.
That's easy to video.
Other match that I think is going to be on the pre-show was one that was actually just announced today. So if I don't have a graphic for it, you'll know why, because there's one doesn't exist yet. WWE United States Championship. Andrade is defending against Humberto Carrillo again. This is kind of interesting too that he's getting another shot. I would love to see Carrillo win, but I'm just not sure. Tina, where's your head at?
I heard for a while back that Vince was really high on Humberto Carrillo, and then he apparently drew back from that.
Okay.
I believe.
So I don't know if he maybe switched his mind and he's like, no, I do want him to
His
be
dimples
champion.
are too damn cute. God
Yeah,
damn it.
exactly. So I don't know. This one I'm a
I
little.
like him. I hate him.
I'm a little confused as to why there's another match again.
Who knows?
It's kind of like him and Rey Mysterio just kind of going back and forth. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like, just have all the Mexicans wrestle each other.
Thank you. I was about to mention
For
that.
the United States title.
I don't get that. Like,
We
I
joke
get
about
it.
that.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, why? It's the same people over and over.
Has Andrade defended against a non-Mexican?
I don't
Is it
even
just
know.
been
I'm
Rey
gonna
and
say.
Carrillo?
I'm gonna say no.
Maybe at a house show? I have
I'm
no
not,
idea.
You know, I'm not saying that to be like weird or anything, but it's obvious. Like, it's either Rey Mysterio, Andrade, Humberto Carrillo.
But-
Rey Mysterio, Humberto, Andrade. I'm like, what the heck, dude?
They used to do that with Ray too. With
Let's be real. The United States champion is ever American.
Alberto the Rio.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like they were always facing each other.
Yeah.
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 So
So
That got old. Real
I'm
quick.
going to guess that Andrade is going to keep it, and
Okay.
hopefully after this they have somebody else go after it, because it's kind of a weird, I don't know, thing.
Yeah, the only way I could see Humberto losing is if they pull something where Andrade and Zelina Vega have like they kind of teased it before, then they were fine, and then something happens again. But otherwise, yeah, it's got to be Andrade.
you're going Andrade.
Yeah.
Tommy, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going Andrade.
Yeah, this is a clean sweep then, because I would. I mean, not to say I wouldn't be happy for Carrillo if he
Yeah, me
wins, but
It doesn't make sense.
yeah,
And I just don't see it happening.
yeah,
I really just don't.
yeah.
I feel like they're just like filling it for now with someone until they figure out who can we be champion next.
Angel Garza, call him up.
Who
That
can
I wouldn't doubt that. Honestly.
Yeah, me neither. It's like, but who can we get
Especially if
to
he drops the title of Worlds Collide, right?
who can we get to be champion next? Literally half of your roster, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Like,
you know.
yeah. How about Ricochet?
You know, yeah.
Yes.
Bring him back.
He
into that.
looks. Never mind.
Yeah.
How about Elias? He's back too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many possibilities, but they're just like, no.
We'll move on.
Let's have all the Hispanic.
We'll move on to a match
wrestle
that.
What the hell are you doing? Ugh.
Okay.
I feel
I
her. I
agree.
feel her pain though.
We'll move on to a match that I thought was going to be on the pre-show until the United States Championship match was announced, and that's Roman Reigns versus King Corbin. Falls
Oh
count anywhere.
God!
Why?
Otra
I know.
vez.
Why? Why do we have to deal with this again? I know.
So is King Corbin gonna win this time?
we
Has
actually
Roman
care?
even gone over in this match yet? Once? I don't recall.
They're gonna Becky Lynch him, right? Okay, I'm gonna go right now. I'm picking Corbin
Okay.
because
They're both in the Rumble, if I'm not mistaken, already.
Right.
So it doesn't really matter.
I think they're gonna lynch him. That sounds bad. Wow. Okay.
That sounds like cut that out. Cut that
You
out.
tell.
Yes, edit that. They're gonna do to him
Just
What
gonna
they
put
what
did
they
whoops.
did to Becky Lynch at the last Rumble.
No,
God dang it.
put the
Please.
sound effect from Mortal Kombat. Toasty!
Yes. Whoops.
It's been fun.
Good night, everybody. No, it's fine. It's
Well,
nothing
now
bad.
He
Twitter's
meant Becky Lynch him,
Well,
not the other way.
glass half full. We're gonna be all over Twitter now. They're gonna be.
Yeah, but then Mike's gonna be all over
If
Twitter.
if that's the case, thanks for watching.
I
Everyone.
like-
Appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe.
I like my job, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's a slip of the tongue. It's not a big
But
deal.
considering what you showed here, and we'll get to that later. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Corbin.
Okay.
Again, because it's Falls Count Anywhere. Rude and
Everyone's
Dolph
gonna
are
get
going to get
involved.
involved.
Yeah.
Did are the Revival finally gone or?
Can we just end this already?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
Kind of
with
just
that.
disappeared. Yeah. So
The revival.
I'm still gonna pick Roman.
No, she's
I
talking
can't
about, she's
freaking
talking about
stand.
the feud itself.
I can't even
Okay.
stand Baron Corbin.
Oh
so-
no! I'm all for ending this feud. But when you said the revival, I think they're not done yet. But they did
Yeah.
they're finally trying to file trademarks for their own name.
Yeah.
Which
FTR
I
or
hope to
whatever.
God is
I just asked because
better.
weren't they helping Corbin too for a while? Or am I thinking? wrong?
I don't recall.
Okay.
They,
Right,
were,
right,
they were
right.
kind of back and forth on the heel and babyface
Yeah.
thing. So, all right. So Tina's going Roman. Mike's going
I
Corbin.
can't pick Corbin.
Tommy,
I
what
just
about you?
can't.
Oh, I'm going Reigns.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I can't remember a match I cared about less picking.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I'll go, and
we picked it like 3 times.
Yeah,
It's like the
I
third
know.
time.
and again, I'm saying, and again, I can't let these words leave my mouth. Poor Roman, he deserves so
Exactly.
much better.
And that's why I think Corbin's going to win.
Hello,
But
United States champion.
I know.
There you go.
I think Corbin's going to win, but Roman's
You're
probably
welcome.
Roman's probably going to throw Corbin out of the Royal Rumble later on in the night. So that's just makes the most sense there. All right, into some championship matches here. The SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley defending against Lacey Evans. Does anybody think Bayley is dropping the title at this
Nope.
point?
No.
Don't be mad about the
No, I'm going Lacey Evans. I'll loan
Really?
with this. I'm going Lacey Evans. I think you guys are right, but I just have this feeling.
She is tall and blonde, so I see where you're thinking.
Yeah.
True.
This is Vince we're talking about.
I just don't.
Okay.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't like the build up. I don't like any of it.
Oh no,
it's
I
kind of
don't.
weird.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I
There's a
don't.
lame
I think.
build-up.
I think the build-up could be a lot better. I'm not, and it's nothing against Lacey or Bayley. I think the build-up could be better. But then again, when is a lame build-up ever, ever,
We
ever
were
stop this?
kind of joking about
True.
Lacey's like character change of like, I'm a rude, sassy Southern belle, and I call you all disgusting. Except I'm a mom and a Marine, and I make it. I'm like what?
And,
Like,
and,
what-
and everyone
where
said,
did this
and
turn
everyone
come? Yeah.
and everyone turned to each other and said, "Where did that come from?"
Some of those face to heel,
No, they keep making
heel to face
fun of her
turns
like
just don't
she's
just
mom.
randomly. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well,
Now,
that's kind of funny.
There's a
I'm
lot
a
of
mom.
them. We're all here from moms.
Got your mom pants on?
yeah,
Go. Mom jeans.
let's do it.
The mom jeans. I gotta go get my mom jeans.
All right,
Give me a second.
they're washing.
Just kidding. Oh yeah, they're washing. Never mind.
The Raw Women's Championship is basically a rematch of the SmackDown Women's Championship from last Royal Rumble. Becky Lynch, again defending her title against Asuka, who arguably, besides the Rumble matches, is probably the more anticipated match of this pay-per-view. I'll start this off. I am picking Becky Lynch to win this. Asuka seems to be the one person she has not been able to beat. But with what I'm thinking they're setting up for WrestleMania, I'm going with Becky Lynch.
Same.
Same.
Oh, Tommy's gonna
Otra
go.
vez, Tommy.
Tommy's gonna be 2-11.
Yep. And you know what? You know what? We'll switch.
We're just gonna throw some extra L's on there if you keep.
Why not? I'm going Asuka. I'm going Asuka.
All right, Tommy's going Asuka.
That would be crazy.
Wow. Like we'll be like why, and then Asuka's gonna lose it a week before
Oh,
WrestleMania.
okay, let me ask you this: legit or shenanigans?
Ooh.
Shenanigans, I would think.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
At this
Shenanigans,
point, right?
yeah.
Okay.
She would also be the first woman to be the tag champion and a women's champion
At the same time,
At
yeah.
the same time.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, they do it to the men all the time, right? Because the women haven't had the tags that long.
Yeah.
At the same damn time.
At the
Okay.
same time.
That's
So,
right. Anyways,
Universal Championship is a strap match. Bray Wyatt against the Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan. So
the
now that
Fiend.
he's the Fiend, he is defending the title.
Have they?
So red light, Fiend.
Yeah, this is under the heat lamp. Yes.
God
Have they?
damn it. Sorry. You're trying to talk.
No. Have they explained how they're going to do the strap match? Because over
My-
the course of history, and as someone who's watched wrestling a long time, there's different ways you can do it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to remember back to the last time I can recall seeing a major strap match was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Savio Vega. This was a long time
That
ago.
was-
No, there
yeah.
was JBL and Guerrero. I think.
Yeah, but
had
did they
one.
did the four corners rule? Or was
With-
it just
that's what I
pinfalls?
mean.
They did the four corners.
They
thing
did
for
four
that
corners. Okay,
Right.
so I could potentially see it being four corners or a pinfall. I mean, four corners is possible, and that might be one way to get the title off of
That's.
the Fiend.
I feel like yeah.
But I'm going to throw this out there. I've been wanting this match for WrestleMania. I think they could finally set it up, and it'd be a hell of a surprise. We're going to see the Demon return and possibly cost the Fiend the title because I want to see Fiend versus Demon at WrestleMania. I'm still haunting on the hope that we would get that. Besides him, Finn doing the whole Prince thing, just to make an appearance just for this like kind of short storyline,
I think
it would be pretty awesome.
I think the
that
best
would
way-
be pretty cool.
I think the best
Yeah.
way they could swing that would be like he'd just be mad that the Fiend cost him any time off at all.
Yeah.
Cost him time off.
And if he cost him the title, it'd be a hell of a.
I like it. Having thrown just put him down to NXT, unless you do, I think we've talked about this before. Unless you do the thing where he only starts showing up on Raw, I guess, well, SmackDown, I guess now,
Yeah.
as the Demon, and the
Which you
Prince
could
only
do.
stays on NXT,
Yeah.
and you almost keep it like separate for that'd be pretty interesting.
That'd be pretty cool.
I want to go Daniel Bryan
Okay.
just because I want the belt off the Fiend. I don't think his character needs it. I think it's almost like a Brock Lesnar situation where if you're going to make him unbeatable, what's the point of having championships if you never feel there's never really a chance of it being a competitive match. I don't.
Exactly. What about you?
I already picked.
Did you? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said the Fiend, the
you said
freaking
the
heat
Fiend.
lamp.
Oh, the heat lamp. Okay. I'm sorry.
okay.
I know we said the heat
I
lamp.
said the red lamp, so the Fiend.
The
Okay.
Demon turns it off.
Dude, that'd be epic.
Wait, what if midway through the match,
There's just smoke.
what if midway through the match the light does turn off and the Fiend literally doesn't know what to do? Like he's actually confused as to what's happening.
Okay.
What if like he goes under the ring and then like takes off the mask and goes back to like regular Bray Wyatt? Like, all
What are you
shots-
doing?
So then would the title change hands?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Tommy. I
'Cause
don't
he's
think
lost
you have a
his
pick for
brain.
his yet.
I'm actually going Daniel Bryan.
Okay, so Tina's the only.
Damn it.
Tina's the only one because of the heat lamp. Maybe
And then
we're all predicting somehow
watch,
they
this is
find a
gonna
way
be
to shut the.
squash.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, I'm trying to be Mr. 211 for this shit.
Hey, real quick, that knob.
Which one?
Keep.
There's like 20 million knobs over there.
Fifth from the bottom one. Fifth from the left. One, two, three, four. Turn that one all the way down. The other way. Other way. Just turn it all the way down. Thank you. All right.
What is that?
There was like a buzzing on this. I was trying to get rid of it.
I was just trying to distract him with Fandango.
No, it's okay. All right, here we
Yay,
go.
I helped.
The Rumble matches. The Women's Royal Rumble will start off with. Now, as of
this is a
recording-
robust card.
I know. Because they've only officially announced 4 people. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, and Sarah Logan are officially announced. Obviously, we can see a lot more of the roster on here. Some legends, some surprises, people from NXT as well. So it's kind of open to that. Now, I did print for each of us here some handy Vegas odds.
Let's see these Vegas odds.
Now, of course, with Vegas odds, because it's wrestling, it is considered kind of
AJ Lee's on here
a
too.
prop bet. Yes, a prop bet. So there's people that could be voting on here.
AJ Lee.
AJ Lee, there you go. Nice shirt choice. I will say this:
Cool shirt too.
basically the odds-on favorite on a lot of prop bet sites is that Shayna Baszler is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And she's the only one where if you made a bet, you would lose money on it. So she's at minus 250. Everyone else is at plus odds. So
there's a typo in here.
where is that?
I don't see Cesaro.
No. Look at the women's. We're talking women's first.
Oh,
Cesaro, you mean
We'll get to
Cesaro?
that. We'll get to that.
No, because
Anyway.
even then she'd be eliminated by Charlotte.
I mean,
That would suck if the prop bet ads don't have Cesaro.
in all fairness, I don't see Cesaro on this list either.
I know.
wait.
He's probably like at plus 15,000. Who knows? Anyway, so we're at this point making a pick who we think is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble. If you're interested in betting on this, you can find some sites. You can bet on longest time in the Rumble, most eliminations, who's going to win the overall thing. A lot of prop bet sites have
Why
those
don't we
types
do
of things.
that? No, I'm just kidding.
It's too much to
Because
talk about.
because
No.
like
Why don't we actually get on the website and do that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. we got money.
because I don't feel like losing money,
Exactly.
Tina. I just really don't.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll start with.
Who do you? Okay, here's
go
my
ahead.
question.
Go for it.
Before we pick anything, who do you want to see in the Royal Rumble match, or who do you think will show up like as a surprise?
I already
So-
know your answer to this, so I'll let you go ahead and say it.
Oh, Caitlyn.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be cool.
it is in
Because
Houston
she
after
is
all.
in Houston. She's from
Yeah.
Houston. I think that'd be cool. I don't think she's gonna win, but I would love to see her show up.
Okay.
Especially since she was in the Mia
Yeah.
Yim Classic.
Yeah.
Dude, Mia is over.
Mae
Right now.
Young, Mae Young.
Mia is freaking over right now.
Speak that into existence. Yeah.
The Blazing Classic.
I
That's
meant
great.
RVD says hello.
hey,
Yes.
hey.
Hey.
Blasians are awesome.
Yes, they are.
I should know.
All right.
I thought you said Blazin, and then Matt Riddle and RVD said hello.
Oh God.
First of all, if it's a Blazing tournament, Matt Riddle and RVD are the only logical two who should be in the
Back to Tina's original question.
Sorry.
Yeah, who
Sorry.
is y'all's,
My
what
bad.
is y'all's prediction for surprise?
I don't know if it'll be much of a surprise, but I really want to see Tony Storm come in and make a make a hell of a run through this.
She's on here.
Deep down, I would love. Yeah, she's at plus 5,000 on the betting
Caitlyn
odds.
is not on here.
Caitlin's not on here, which is a surprise, but I think everyone's forgotten about her, so it'd be cool to see her in there.
Yeah.
Paige is also on this one plus 5,000. I don't think she's healthy enough yet, but obviously
AJ Lee's on here.
AJ Lee.
Also, Nia Jax is on here, and there's thought that they're gonna wait to use her after the Rumble, but she might show up. I don't know.
Yeah, that we've kind of heard back and forth on that with Nia.
Yeah, I don't know if she's healthy enough to come back yet either, but Ruby Riott would be cool. I don't know where she's at.
Yes,
I don't
she's
know
at
if she's
plus
at in the
3,300.
process. Yeah.
So very good chance.
I would hope Mia Yim would be in this, but like, one I'm hoping, but it probably won't be this year. Probably won't be till next year. Is Mercedes Martinez, and she just signed with them.
That would be awesome if she showed up already.
Look, like a friend of mine, Brandon. You guys know Brandon. It's like I just love Mercedes Martinez, and I just want to see her on TV so bad. It's like finally she's getting her due.
She's a major signing. It would be awesome to see her debut with the Rumble.
I got to valet her.
Yeah, she did.
And
got to manage her and Alyssa Flesh. So.
Yep.
I'm not gonna tell the damn story.
No.
Shut up.
Oh, what story? Oh, that story. Yeah, that story.
Anyone else have a surprise they think might show
I have
up?
nothing to throw at you.
No, I love you, Tommy. Surprises for the women.
Oh,
The Bella
I
Army.
can't believe.
Oh, God,
I
no.
can't believe Kelly's on here.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Wait, where's
Shut up.
Am I missing?
Nikki's on there?
Is Lita really not on there? Considering
Lita's
Trish
not on
Stratus
there.
is, that's
No.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's,
Stephanie
again,
McMahon's on here.
it's prop bets.
You would love that.
It's
Heck
prop
yes.
bets. Yes.
I love Stephanie McMahon.
Liar.
Yeah, I know, but now you're just gonna cut that and like put
So-
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would be surprising?
I would like to see Tamina in it, but that's just because I'm a Tamina fan.
What would be surprising is if Ronda actually showed up.
Ronda would be a big surprise, even though she's pretty heavily. I mean, on the betting odds, she's got plus 400. So
Yeah.
you never know.
Other than that, I'm just, of course, Charlotte's really high.
Yeah. As far as actual picks, what is everybody thinking here?
Okay, before we go on,
Yeah.
can we do? I think we did this last year. Can we do a heart pick and a head pick?
Yes.
Sure.
Like one that we think will probably win and the one that we wish would win.
Yes.
Sure.
All right, cool.
Okay. So who's
So we're
going
going to start off.
Go for it.
For it.
It's your idea.
Okay, so the head pick, I'm going to go with Charlotte Flair because I think one way or another we may be looking at 4 horsewomen in singles for each of the titles
Right.
heading into WrestleMania.
And then your heart is Cesaro?
Yeah. Billy Kay.
Billy Kay.
Billy
yes.
Kay.
Billy
You've
Kay,
got to be
really?
kidding me.
You gotta be joking
Gotta
me.
be
Joking
No,
me.
I'm not joking you.
All
Hey,
right.
Kayla.
I just won the Rumble.
I mean, it's a hard pick. It's a hard pick. Don't mean nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
But that would be hilarious.
All right, Tommy, what about you?
I need to put my.
Head pick also says Charlotte. Same reason. Like
Okay.
like literally everything you just said
Yeah.
was exactly what I was gonna say. Heart is absolutely Io Shirai
Yeah, sure.
because damn it, she needs to win something.
Yeah.
Well, I know you mention all the time. What was the group that they had in the Lotus?
Black Lotus was in
Lotus.
Lucha Underground,
Lucha Underground,
which
yeah.
I wish they just reformed that. That way they can at least have a cool name that doesn't necessarily just immediately sound like that's the only name of the Japanese book they could figure out.
The Kabuki Warrior Experience.
Shut up. I'm still mad about that.
My heart pick is Alexa Bliss throwing out Mandy Rose because I want to see them be the final 2 in the Rumble, which would be great.
Corey Graves would be so conflicted.
Corey Graves would be so conflicted just to hear that.
So
comment.
He'd be in tears, especially if Carmella was number 3.
My head pick and who I think is going to win, and I think they're really running with this, is Shayna Baszler. I think Shayna Baszler's going to
Well,
win this
yeah,
one.
everybody. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be her too, but I'm gonna pick
Well,
somebody
y'all-
else.
All right.
I know we're kind of jumping the gun here, but you say that. So what? Who does she go after?
Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I just checking.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of teased it. That promo leading up to Survivor Series and going from there, I mean,
If they can't get Ronda, then it's gotta be. Shayna.
they showed they could. The promos between the two of them would be something epic, and to get a one-on-one match would be amazing. So I think it would be Becky versus Shayna. All right, Tina.
So my heart pick would be Toni Storm.
Okay.
Love her.
I can see
My
that.
head is saying Sasha Banks, and only
Ooh,
only
okay.
because she has options. She can go after Becky, or in some weird way or capacity, she can go after Bailey.
Yeah.
See, that's where I think they might go eventually.
Like
I mean,
having-
depend whoever wins this. Yeah.
Like having
But
the 4 horsemen kind of
the
face
turn.
off each other.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's down the road. But.
So I was kind of thinking yours too. You said Charlotte, and I'm thinking Sasha. So same kind of concept. Thought.
I feel like
process
that
behind
would
it.
be a little more unexpected and maybe a little more entertaining, considering where most people think the top people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So
All right.
that's mine.
Good stuff. I like it. All right. Now, the men's Royal Rumble match.
That's harder.
Currently, 22 out of 30 entrants have been officially announced, with Brock Lesnar being announced as number 1. Someone explain to me how in the hell his title is not on the line when they made Roman Reigns defend it when he was in the Rumble.
I like how they have Roman Reigns at -110.
Yeah. He's the favorite, Vegas-wise, to win the Rumble, betting-wise.
CM
So.
Punk. I'm just kidding.
Now, I have 22 official entrants on here. I listed Cain Velasquez on our agenda here. He kind of made it seem like in a press interview that he's looking forward to winning the Royal Rumble, even though he hasn't been officially announced. So I don't know if he kind of spoiled that.
I think so.
So I have a feeling Cain is definitely going to be back. I know the surgery he had on his knee wasn't too intrusive, and it was kind of a quick recovery. So some of the funny names on this betting.
Becky Lynch is on here for the men's.
Yeah, believe it or not, there were some funny names on this. Becky Lynch to enter the men's Royal Rumble at plus 5,000. So some other funny names on here: Goldberg, Undertaker, okay, Triple H, Antonio Brown, Conor McGregor, Hulk Hogan, Logan Paul, Rob Gronkowski.
Okay.
Logan Paul and not Cesaro.
Not even a person on the roster.
I don't make the prop bets. I just bring this out, bro.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but I honestly, yes, I am surprised that Cesaro is not even listed.
Oh my God.
So
just that's literally him in WWE in a nutshell.
yeah. Now, heart and head pick. I have a feeling I know Mike's heart is with Cesaro to win the whole goddamn
Obviously.
thing. Yes.
Yeah.
And my head. No, I was kidding.
Yeah. Well, where is your head pick?
Wait. First, we're supposed to pick who do we want
Oh,
to show
surprise
up.
entrance. Surprise entrance show up.
Logan Paul. I'm kidding. I can't stand it.
I think if Cain Velasquez shows up, it's not much of a surprise.
Nah,
we kind of expect
My
it.
big surprise would be Velveteen Dream.
Yes.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
I think a lot of people would love to see that.
I would love to see that.
I don't know if it's a big surprise, but considering he's actually a road agent, Hurricane, he's always fun.
that's
when
He's
cool.
he's
always,
on.
man,
That's
he's
cool.
great.
Yeah,
whenever he
that'd
is
be
in the
cool.
Rumble. Like that one time, was he trying to choke slam?
Well, that was an
Triple
oldie
H
and Austin at the same time.
and they said,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're you and we're us.
I love how they sold it for like a few seconds. They're like, wait a minute, what the hell are we doing?
And then
we get paid more than him.
They did talk about how I would say also Booker T, because he's saying he wants to come back and manage
The Street Profits.
the Street Profits.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool if he just shows up.
Okay,
It
hold
is
on.
in his hometown.
Hold on.
What?
Booker T or King Booker?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Only if you have King Booker versus King Corbin, the Battle of the Kingdoms here.
Well, that's it. That's
It shouldn't even be a
Yeah,
contest.
in
That's an easy
Houston,
pick.
that's like when we went to the TNA pay-per-view. It's in Houston. Booker
Yeah.
T's going over.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would love to see King Booker throw out King Corbin. That's what
That would be
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
That would be awesome. Surprise and God, I don't think it'll happen. I would love to see CM Punk make an appearance, but I'm with you. Velveteen
I think
Dream.
everybody every
Velveteen Dream. Just I feel
year.
like
The
that.
hope alive.
If
Yes.
if anybody wants to get heel heat, you play Cult of Personality, you come out.
And Paul Heyman walks out
Paul
again.
Or
Heyman
just
walks
no,
in.
like a wrestler. But if they want someone
Okay.
to be,
What if Cesaro did that?
Deep down, I want Paul Heyman in the Rumble, and I want R-Truth to throw his ass out. Just for that promo alone. Just give me that moment.
Wait, I want Paul Heyman to be in the Rumble. I want R-Truth to throw him out, but R-Truth not even be in the Rumble for real.
Oh
just-
my God.
just run down.
He just runs down.
Like last year when he was number 30 and he wasn't, he got thrown out.
Yeah.
Or what year was it? He ran in and grabbed a ladder and started
He thought he was Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That
was that ours? Was that 2017?
ours?
No, that wasn't
No?
ours.
Okay.
No, that was
Okay,
something different.
but that was
another
my
year.
favorite Royal Rumble moment
Ours
ever.
is famous for the Mario Kart go-karts to take everybody to the ring.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Because it's such a long run, Ray.
And I love how we went back and watched it later and realized they didn't show
So
him.
No.
if I get to the ring.
no,
Yep.
it's the
All
return
right,
of Charlotte Van Appeal.
Who wants to go first?
Well, we know Mike's heart is with Cesaro.
Yeah.
My surprise pick would have been Edge, by the way. 'Cause
Edge. Oh yeah, there we go.
I'm just hoping that the rumors are true.
Yep.
Me too.
All right. So Mike's hearts with Cesaro. Where is your head at, buddy?
I think I'm gonna go Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
All right. Don't sound too disappointed,
yeah.
Tina.
I mean, yeah.
Where are you going, Tina?
My heart is saying Johnny Gargano
Okay.
if he shows up.
That'd be cool.
My other heart would be Mustafa Ali.
That'd also
Yeah,
be cool.
that'd be good.
But
You have many
so
hearts.
I'm gonna actually go with Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
That would be good though if he won.
I would,
I
hope
would love
so.
that.
I
The way the
kinda want
promos
that.
have been for him and everything too.
That would be
I really
fantastic.
I would love that, honestly. I'd be cool with
Really
that.
I would be 100% fine if Drew was the last who would eliminate everybody else.
Yeah, but we'll see. That would be a surprise too. Like
It'd be the first time in a while they've had a solid heel win.
My heart is with AJ Styles to win this. Debuted in the Rumble. It's kind of like one of the biggest high profile matches he hasn't won yet in WWE. Just to say he did it all. I would love for AJ Styles to win it. I'm also with Tina on this. I think Drew McIntyre coming full circle will finally.
I'm not gonna lie. I hope y'all are right.
Me too.
Yeah,
I really hope
Same.
Once y'all said that, I was like, damn, that would be really good.
I obviously I don't want Broccoli to win. I would
Broccoli?
hope Broccoli. Yes, I don't want Broccoli Lesnar to win.
I would like Broly to win if
Yeah.
Broly was in the room, but not Broccoli. No.
I would love for
Or Rock Lee.
I would love for Brock Lesnar to come out number 1, and Cain Velasquez to be number 2, and have Cain just throw his ass out in like less than a minute. That'd be great for me. Just to
Okay.
get that shit out of there.
Go ahead. No, you go first.
Well, I was saying, you just said that, and I was like, you know what? I don't think they've ever done.
What?
1 and 2 started off. What if they threw each other out immediately? You had to wait for a third person, and then they had that would just be an interesting way to start.
They
1 and 2 immediately eliminate each other.
Yeah, that'd be
3
awesome.
comes out like a minute and a half later,
It's
so there's
Drew
no
Carey.
one.
you have a long entrance.
And then on top of that, you have to wait another that. I don't know. Some people might hate it and be like, "What are y'all doing? It's taking forever." But it would just be funny because
It'd be
it's never
perfect.
been.
No,
and
never
whoever
been
comes
done.
out watches
3
Steve Austin checking his watch.
3
again.
would be either the Demon or Undertaker, so that way they have their sweet time.
Yeah.
No, even better.
Otis.
Matt.
Give
What's his
me
name?
Otis. Matt Riddle?
No. The little dude. 205 Commissioner Drake Maverick.
Drake Maverick.
Oh my god! And then number 4 would be
Like Braun Strowman.
no.
Oh my
I would
God.
be like what's his name? Hornswoggle.
Oh my gosh.
No, what if 1 is Brock Lesnar,
But-
2 really is R-Truth because they booked him in anyway, and he doesn't want to go to the ring. He gets in, they ring the bell. Lesnar goes to eliminate him, and he just ducks underneath, and Lesnar just eliminates himself.
That'd be
Like
funny.
the Undertaker and
Yeah.
Maven almost.
Bro,
like
that
a
was-
version of that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And then Lesnar chases him around the arena like a 24/7 thing.
yeah.
But what if you're down to one last person, and R-Truth was never officially eliminated, and just runs back into the ring?
Wow.
That'd be epic. I'm down for that. Who right, Tommy, what are your picks here on this one?
Heart pick, actually, I'm gonna go with you on AJ Styles.
Okay.
Who I think who will win it, just because I just think he deserves it. Braun Strowman, for God's sake, who has been Braun Strowman?
Because if you're over a certain height, you're not supposed to win the Rumble. That's
I
kinda how it
know.
works.
Also, if you're over a certain height of weight, you shouldn't be able to be eliminated like the Big Show. And yet, magically, every year, I think he's always been eliminated by a single person, too. I think someone
Yep.
did this.
No,
Every year, they're like, how are they going to eliminate the
There
Big
have
The only
Show?
one that ever made sense
does
single
it-
elimination was Cesaro. That
So
would
does
have made the most sense.
what's the name? The great
Ali?
Yeah, they eliminate him all the time too.
Yeah.
well, usually
I mean,
usually
that
though,
Phoenix eliminated by just kissing the guy.
and
Yep.
and in his defense,
Oh, here we
not
go.
mad at him. But anyway, my point is, but usually though when they have someone single eliminate them as a big name, unless it's Beth Phoenix kissing them, which again I am not mad at.
Right.
But there have been years where it took several people to eliminate them and Viscera and.
I think the majority of the time, Big Show has gone out by a single person. I think someone did this as a video.
Or if you count that one year where technically him and Rock kind of eliminated each other at the exact same time, and then they said the Rock one. So
For someone that I would like to see in the Final Four is Aleister Black. I would love for him to make a deep run.
That'd be nice.
have
I just like to
eliminations
see him
and
go through those black mask people at Red. I just want to see. I want to see Dolph Ziggler get black masked.
I also would like to see. I also like to see Keith show up.
Keith
heck
Lee,
yeah. He definitely has
he's
to
on
be
here
in
at
this.
plus 1600. So I mean,
Which I mean, that's
Pretty
good,
high up.
but that's pretty high.
I would love him to be 2 or 3 right after, with a fresh Brock. That'd be.
pretty crazy.
That'd be pretty crazy.
Maybe Matt Riddle against Brock early on too.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
that.
buddy.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right, so
Bro.
What if Walter did show up? Like Walter's on this list.
Walter versus Brock.
That'd be pretty
insane.
cool, too.
That'd be
That'd be insane, too.
crazy.
Chop, chop.
The ring general.
Becky Lynch is number 2. That'd be great too.
I can't believe Becky Lynch is on
Hey,
here.
she is the man.
If Becky Lynch is
That's
number
true.
2, if Becky Lynch is number 2, she's absolutely eliminating Brock Lesnar. And I
actually-
will hear no other.
Given
argument
what
on
happened
the
last year, though, I'm actually surprised Nia Jax is
Oh.
not on this list. Speaking of which, so
But
subject.
I think
She has to
you're-
finish her business with Randy Orton.
I guess so.
I think you're accurate though. Like she's the man. They were gonna put her in the men's Royal
If she
Rumble, too.
loses, I'm calling it she's going in the men's rumble.
Okay.
I was just going to say the natural progression is she loses to Asuka early in the show, goes into the women's, gets eliminated at the end, goes into the men's.
and wins the whole thing.
As number 2. That'd be funny. All
She
right.
wins- she
and then
wins-
goes after. No.
No, she wins. Daniel Bryan wins, and we finally get the WrestleMania main event we've all been actually.
Yes.
And I don't think I'm kidding about that anymore. Actually, I think I want to see that as the main event.
They
Yeah.
probably put on a good match, honestly.
I know.
Now, for your own Royal Rumble watch party, there's always a fun game you can play. Obviously, you see the bingo balls we got here. Bingo balls. That's great. You can always make a list 1 through 30. Everyone can just kind of say, hey, if you want to purchase one, it's $1, $2, whatever. Spin the wheel, whatever number comes out, that's your number.
Now I think we did also. We did 1 through 60.
We have 1 through 60 here, and the way I do
Now-
is like 1 through 30 is the men's, 31 through 60 is women's. And basically, the
Yeah.
numbers correspond to their spot in each respective rumble.
So you don't know who your person is.
Yes, you don't know who you're getting. Whatever number you get, unless you get number 1, obviously you're getting Brock Lesnar for the men's rumble. And then whoever comes out at your number, if they win the rumble match,
You win the
you
pot.
win the pot for
What-
that rumble match. So
What year was it? It's like I think it was like it was back at your old house when a lot of us were there, and I picked one, and it was like R-Truth before he was funny, and I just immediately said, "Well, okay."
That happens a
Oh,
lot.
honey. When we were at the old house, I kept getting hornswoggle.
yeah, the very
You
first
did?
the very first year we
Like
did
2 years
this.
in a row.
The very
And I
first
was
year
like,
we-
are you freaking kidding me?
The very first year we did this was the 40-man rumble, and Tina's all anticipating. One of her numbers was coming up. I was like, all right, I'm ready. Hornswoggle. And she's like, yeah.
And I was like, I'm not winning.
Super hilarious.
And then I think the next year or 2 years later, same thing. And I was like,
Yeah.
really? Like,
I remember
What
one
are
of
the
my
odds?
friends being like, "Oh my god, I really hope he hated John Cena. I really hope I don't get John Cena." I hate
and he
him."
got John
And he
Cena.
And I got John Cena, and I was like, "You better be cheering for his ass." Yeah,
Was that Mario?
it was Mario.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
and then I think John Cena won, and he was like, okay, fine.
Yeah, he had to claim the money. Cena won. It's like you're a fan for life now. So.
That's almost you're like, "Wow, I have to like this person now."
Yeah. Anyway,
funny.
play that game, record it because it makes it fun because you don't know what's going to get. The anticipation, you just it makes the watch. I mean, the Rumble's fun enough as it is, but when you have a list like this and you're going through who's got what number, it's
We jokingly
hilarious.
said
It's
that
fun.
one year we would do like a
live reaction.
reaction.
You want to do it this year?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think that'd be funny.
Try to film something. Yeah.
Stay tuned. Maybe we'll be on the Countdown City Geekcast Facebook Live if we decide to do a live reaction and see where this goes. So
Try to record and just see what happens.
Before we get blocked. Nah.
no, it won't get blocked. We'll probably just have the camera on us.
Yeah,
and
just have
throw
if you have the camera on yourself, then they don't.
As long as
say
you're not
crap.
showing what's going on, yeah.
It's like pretty much how that works. They just get mad if you show like it directly. As a matter of fact, you can even like show a reflection. Like I've seen people like film stuff in mirrors, like what they're watching in a mirror. It's just fine. It's just you can't show.
Yeah,
Do it
I'll probably set the camera up at the TV facing us so we can
If
see
we
everybody's
decide to
reaction.
do it.
If we decide to do it.
Do
so,
what that one streamer did where he was watching UFC and thought he was pretend like he was playing a video game.
oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
it was actually watching.
Finally got caught. Yeah. That was pretty cool. He got away with it for a while, too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, that's our preview for the Royal Rumble. Let us know your picks. Let us know your thoughts on the matches. I mean, it's who knows? This men's Rumble, I have to say, is pretty wide open. I think we all can say we really do not want Lesnar to win. Let's be honest here. Unless
It
you're
doesn't make sense.
unless you're
Anyone
throwing
but
down
you,
money
Brock.
on Lesnar to win.
He's already in
Anyone
one of the main
but
events. Like,
you.
he's a
Yeah, I
champion.
think-
Come on, dude.
And please change it so that he's defending his title because I would love to see a new champion out of the Rumble, which would be great. So, some other wrestling news. We did talk a bit last week about the controversy surrounding Tessa Blanchard. Obviously, we've heard news that it was resolved, and that somehow that seems to keep going. We're not. I know you weren't here. Do you want to share your thoughts on it, or?
Well, I've been reading all about it. I'm a little confused about it as far as like, she said it, she didn't say it.
she
Said
denies
it.
She said it.
She didn't say it. She apologized, but she really didn't say that. And then all this stuff came out also about the WoW locker room. Also about like she was very controlling. Everything was about her. And then also like other wrestlers started telling her more stuff like you. And then they have back. Then all of a sudden, all this stuff came out that she apparently is researching certain people to get dirt on them.
Yeah, explain that because so there was some text message that leaked. You showed me this yesterday regarding Allison Kay.
Yeah,
right?
they were trying to dig up dirt on her, or she was trying to dig up dirt. She was asking somebody else to find dirt on her, and that person was actually friends with Allison Kay and sent her the text messages and the what's going on, and she was like, "Wow." So again, it's one of those things when I know a lot of people are like, "There's no proof. There's no proof. There's no proof." There's a little bit of proof now.
So wait, was she texting? Was she texting Joey Mercury?
I was gonna say it's a Joey Mercury. You never text Joey Mercury.
I don't know. It was apparently two different people, so I don't know.
I hope Joey wasn't one of them because damn, that dude saved.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly. I like her as a wrestler. I don't know her as a person, but it's getting a little bit crazy. Some of these accusations and stuff, and I don't know what to think and not to think. I will say that it's a little weird that there's a lot of people coming out of this, to the point where there's multiple people. If it was one
that
or
are corroborating the story.
if it was one or two people from the same locker room, okay, but it's from multiple locker rooms. You're talking women that are in NXT now, women that are in Impact, women that are in AEW, and women that are in WoW, and even some in Japan. So it's getting a little over much.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, it's one of those things you thought would stay behind closed doors, but you send one innocent tweet and it just blows up, And Tommy Dreamer even said in an interview he was surprised by it. And before Hard to Kill, Tessa just was not in a good mental state, and he talked to her.
I don't think anybody would after that.
Yeah, it's tough, and he's supporting her. I think there's people on both sides, some that are supporting her, some that are, hey, you said it. And I think the statement that Tessa put out, I understand, but she has flatly denied she ever said those words. But I'm not saying she did. I'm not saying she didn't. If a lot of people are corroborating that you did, I don't know if you need to reach out to those people or what, but I think maybe she needs to come out and just apologize. Not necessarily that admitting that she did it, but just apologizing for the harm this may have caused or something like that. I don't know how you can I think PR this thing.
I think what's hard too is that she had her chance to say her piece in front of the cameras and do press and stuff for it, and she just chose not to. So that's a little bit fishy too. So I don't know. It's just rough,
Yeah.
I'm just maybe she's thinking that she just like leaves it alone, it'll just go away. But at the same time, we're hearing that she's digging up dirt on people. So I have no idea.
That's not a good look.
No, it really isn't. The stuff comes out now on the internet.
I don't know. I'm just kind of indifferent of it right now. Just kind of like in shock and awe of it. But she's a champion of a whole company. So yeah,
she's the face of a whole company. That's very true.
And remember, I heard it's today actually. No, that's not today.
No, I was going to mention that. So there are some Impact tapings that took place in Mexico City. The first episode of which aired today on Impact's weekly show. We're not going to spoil any results here. If you want to,
let's just say I'm really happy.
Yes. So if you want to read some of the results, you do so at your own risk, or if you like to be surprised, keep watching because these shows, from what I've read, from what we read, have been very, very good. The one they just showed today was really, really good. There was a great promo moment between Taya and Tessa, and Taya basically said you couldn't hack it in the Knockouts division, so you had to go win your consolation prize. Not so many words. It was like,
that's
whoa, weird. Yeah. So, obviously they're setting something up with that eventually, but yeah. So, but
I have a lot to say for that, but I'm
keep watching.
But I kind of get it from a heel perspective. I was like, okay,
yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah. So she hasn't beaten Taya yet. She even interesting.
Well, I know how much you hate Taya. So
she even mentioned
I don't hate her.
that she's
I just
beaten
don't
Tessa.
Like her as champion.
She's even mentioned that she's beaten Tessa in like AAA and other major shows and stuff like that too. So she made a point to use that in the promo, which as well. So it's pretty cool. But we'll see where this goes out. I will say though, keep watching because there are some major things that are going to be happening on the Impact tapings the next couple of weeks. So,
indeed.
Yes. Now, shortly after we recorded last week, the very next day, the day this episode came out, we got word that a WWE Hall of Famer and the father of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Rocky Johnson, had passed away.
Heartbreaking news.
I know I knew him. My first like main exposure to him, obviously, I mean, I knew of him, but when it was Rocky Mayavia's WrestleMania, like first WrestleMania, and Rocky Johnson came out to help his son.
Yeah, when he faced the Sultan.
Yeah, the Sultan. Yeah, and of course, I always remember The Rock portraying his father, which I thought was a cool moment. He portrayed his father in that '70s show.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Which was a really cool moment to see that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I know Tina's a big '70s show.
I do remember that episode. Yes.
Yeah, so. But Rocky Johnson, there's a lot of people that have come out. He was beloved by so many people. He was a great Hall of Famer.
Pioneer, trailblazer.
I think him and was it Tony Atlas were the first black tag team champions.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, just great lineage that The Rock comes from. He did a lot in WWE, and again, we've talked about the things some of the wrestlers are facing nowadays when it comes to their race. This guy was doing it in the 70s with a few other people. So
guys like him, Tony Atlas, Big Cat, Ernie Ladd, and Ron Simmons, just like my heroes, because they were the guys who were probably just literally hearing it, and no one was stopping anyone from saying those words.
Yeah, he had to just take it.
They would just walk out and just take it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Rocky Johnson.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was pretty sad to hear that news, and Rock especially losing his father. But
my mom didn't know like that the Rock's dad was a wrestler too. So she was like surprised, but she said, but after seeing pictures of him, I see where the Rock gets his good looks from. Yeah, because like most women in America, my mom was in love with the Rock. But if she saw pictures of Rocky Johnson, she was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it now.
That's awesome.
Locally for us,
because my mom also was a crush on Randy Orton too. Just so you know.
no.
Of course. What woman isn't? Duh.
Locally for us, though, we also had to say goodbye so suddenly. Rest in peace to someone we lovingly knew as eBay Ray.
Yeah. I just heard
we
about
always saw him at wrestling shows. Had some crazy merch.
Collectibles.
He sold us a great collectible.
Oh, yeah.
That was Shawn Michaels
Where is
and
that?
Undertaker. It's upstairs, hidden away in our
okay.
closet. Believe me. Shawn Michaels and Undertaker,
Oh,
a
don't worry, it's
dual
not going
figure
anywhere.
set, and they're dressed in the outfits they wore for WrestleMania.
He was great.
25.
The first one,
25.
right?
The first time they were the whole
The
the
white
first
outfit.
hell thing they did,
The
the
white
white outfit,
outfit.
yeah, which to me is probably like arguably the greatest match of all time at a WrestleMania.
It keeps getting voted up there as the
Yeah,
best
it
one
was
that-
so
I'm not
amazing
gonna
when it
argue with
happened.
I
Yeah.
think it was.
Yeah, because I know the WrestleMania 17, Rock and Austin had that title for the longest time, and then that 25 one just took everybody's place in their mind.
He always had his collection at local wrestling shows. Was
Yeah.
selling there. He had it at Fatso's when they were having WWE pay-per-views.
Oh, Fatso.
Yeah, I miss Fatso's.
Yeah.
He had a lot of cool stuff, and he was just a staple of wrestling anywhere in San Antonio and at cons as well. So it was very, very sad news to hear that he had passed away.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the wrestling business locally that knew him for so long. Very sad to hear that he passed. Quite young, both of these. So it's to Rocky Johnson and to eBay Ray. We are going to miss you. Salut. And yeah, Tommy already finished his water.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't throw it.
Yeah. Now that leads into our 1 minute warning. Tina, do you have one this week? Do you want to start since you haven't been on the show? This is your first 1 minute warning of 2020 if you choose to take it, if you choose to accept.
Trying to think if I have anything to say.
We can come back to you if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Tommy, I think you have something prepped, and I have a feeling I know it's.
I have a couple prepped. One I forgot to mention before, but you have a couple things in the first one real quick.
All right, here we go. Ready, set, go.
Okay, first one is rest in peace to John Ian. He was the early promoter for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. He passed away earlier this month. So just rest in peace to him and to his family. Condolences. What I want to talk about is actually doggone it, Ring of Honor. You got me back. I believe again, because they're doing a past versus present, and they are bringing back Homicide, Allison Danger, Necro Butcher, Doug Williams, and Matt Sydal. Now, if you're like me and watched Ring of Honor from 2002 when they started up until now, those 5 names got you hype as all get out. And as much as I was mad at Ring of Honor, and I'm still a little peeved with them, doggone it. To quote Rick and Morty, you son of a bitch. I'm in. And I actually am trying to figure out if I want to go to Vegas on March 14th to go see the show. Because, damn it, they got me, man. I can't even lie. I was like, crap, I like them again. Damn it. They did it. They got me back.
This is for their anniversary show, right?
Yeah, it's part because like the anniversary show is on the Friday and that's at Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's like,
okay.
Damn it, they got me.
Whole weekend. Wow. Should be a fun show.
Yeah.
So they'll probably have it on Honor Club
Yeah.
for members. So
Yeah. So I was like, but it's sick of the song that I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm in.
Mike, you got something?
Yeah, just something kind of simple.
All right. Is it related to Cesaro?
No, actually, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Well,
What? My first,
you know
my
what?
first show back.
you know what? I can bring it back around. I'll get
Okay.
there. Don't
So
worry.
is it what they should have done? No.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
It's not. That's this week.
All right. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Go.
So I know it's kind of weird to promote other podcasts or something on this show, but we've talked about this kind of off-air a bunch. WWE, started, of course, way behind getting into the podcast game, but the New Day podcast is one of the funniest things I have ever heard. They're only about 5 or 6 weeks in, but it's just them three. They're kind of talking about their career and how they got started and the things they had to go through. The second episode was literally them listing. Kofi kept a list of names, creative that they wanted to call them. Just going through them is hilarious. And I've kind of talked about this before about why I enjoy these kind of podcasts, The Art of Wrestling. It's people that are just friends sitting and talking, and you kind of feel like you get to listen in on these friends' conversations. And they're hilarious. I've tried to listen to some of the other WWE ones.
After the bell.
After the bell. I stopped listening to that a couple weeks ago, especially after all that controversy with Mauro Ranella and stuff. Not good. And then apparently, though, they also said the Bellers are coming out with one. WWE.
Lord.
I'm not going to listen to it, but they
Bellers
mentioned
ones?
that.
Yes.
They already have
Bellas.
one.
Okay, well,
They've had
I
one
guess
for
a
like a
WWE
year.
connected one.
Yeah, it's going to connect to WWE.
So I will bring it back to Cesaro because on one of the podcasts, they said that a lot of their big moments as they were coming up seemed to be happening against Cesaro in the different tag teams he was always a part of.
Oh my God, you're right.
So yes, they bring it back. Anyways, listen to New Day, but yeah,
That's so
Cesaro.
true.
They said he's like an honorary member.
Might as well be.
Yeah.
What about Kevin Owens with that?
It's funny they at this
Big,
most
Big
recent,
E's not.
this most recent one's like
Yeah, Big K.
who would be the worst choice for a member of the New Day? And I don't remember. And I was like, oh man, we know King Corbin would be the first one.
Yeah,
so
they-
that was the
they all
very first
said
one. It's
Corbin.
hilarious.
That's funny.
Tina, do you got something?
Yes, I have a few, but nothing like huge. But
Okay.
okay.
Ready?
One, I am super excited, like everyone here, that got Mercedes Martinez finally got signed by WWE.
Yes.
She's been wrestling for years. I don't want to say how long, but because I don't remember. But
It's been a while. So
I'm really excited about that. I'm also excited because next week on Wednesday nights, Ms. and Mrs. is back, and I'm so excited about that.
Oh, great. Okay.
It's great
So much
reality TV.
shenanigans. So many things are gonna happen that are funny. If you go on the YouTube channel, they actually have a tour of their rental home. They got a rental home, I guess, when they moved back to LA. It's like the whole season is about them moving back to LA, and then Marie's being pregnant again.
Yes.
So they like show the rental home, and then I guess in the show you'll see their new home at that point.
Oh.
Because they buy obviously a new home. But yeah, I'm excited about it. It's always something to make me laugh, and I
freaking
love the
hilarious.
Miz, so it's pretty funny. And then we get to inconspicuous.
Inconspicuous.
Why did they decide to leave Texas and go back to LA?
They decided, like when you watch the episode, they just decided it wasn't for them. They liked Texas. They liked
I
like
guess
the
we're too
weather and
friendly.
stuff like that. But they just for them it was very much like they wanted to go back to LA to. They
The LA
couldn't-
lifestyle really kind of suit them.
Their
more.
lifestyle kind of
Yeah.
suits them better there.
Yeah.
They didn't really get along with their neighbors. You see a lot of that on the show. The neighbors think that they're stuck up and
Kind of loud.
celebrities and they're loud and because Mike has a simulated
Here's a golf simulator.
Right.
golf simulator and it's super loud that the neighbors can hear it. Yeah, and Maurice gets pissed at him all the time because he wakes up the baby with it.
Oh my god.
Let's
Such
go
a
back
funny
and check
episode.
out season 1.
It's hilarious. You need to watch
Dude,
it.
they're-
1 and
Dude.
2. This is season 3, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, so.
okay.
Yeah,
well,
No.
every time I watch it, it's fantastic.
This is
Yeah.
this is spring season 2, I believe.
Springs-
but-
Yeah, the way they split it up, it's
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's it's hilarious. And then half the time, Maurice, you can't understand what she's saying because her English is her accent is really thick.
Yeah.
So we say there's one episode that she says inconspicuous and she can't say it. She's inconspicuous.
It's funny
You
how
can go.
it's funny how Mike just goes with that too. So, but yeah.
That's
Yeah.
love right there, folks.
They're just it's funny. Like you think just by seeing them on TV and stuff that they don't like look well with each other. It's kind of weird because he's kind of like a big jokester and she's like super beautiful and like high maintenance. I think, and she is a little bit. But on the show, man, she is so funny too.
She is. Yeah.
She
is,
corrects me up just as much as him.
Yep.
So and then they're it helps that their babies are cute. I love seeing pictures of them online. So
Yep.
yeah, check that out.
All right, mine is actually, as you mentioned, talk about other podcasts. I'm going to mention one for good reason here. I recommend everyone going and listening to the latest podcast by Michael Rosenbaum called Inside of You. Yes, Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. It's hilarious. But he has Stephen Amell on his show for the second time. Stephen Amell, of course, is basically wrapping up his series Arrow. I know. The Christ-Line Infinite Earths crossover was great. Yeah. But it was an interesting kind of two-part mix together because Stephen Amell, 30 minutes into the recording, this was recorded like last December, had a panic attack, dealing with exhaustion from having the Arrow series, the promoting it and everything like that. But he could have like just kind of started over, but he said, no, leave it in there. They came back and finished it up very recently. And thankfully he's doing a lot better. He was just a lot of stress. He was putting himself under, but he's fine. But one thing he did talk about was his new TV series called Heels. And when they approached so many actors for this role, all they kept asking was, what, Stephen Amell wasn't available? Did he turn it down? Because they all know him as a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
But one thing Stephen Amell has always prided himself on
awesome.
in Arrow is that he did his own stunts. He is going to be doing his own stunts on this show. He's going to be doing his own training for it. So I'm really looking forward to this show. He has a brilliant mind for wrestling. And I know he's going to do very well with it. So
Calling it Stephen Amell is going to defeat Chris Jericho for the World Championship this year.
What does it come out on? What is it going to come out on?
they haven't really set a date for it yet.
No, a station?
I can't recall. But they haven't set a time yet for it. So, but it's going to be really good.
I'm calling it right now. Stephen Amell, AEW World Champion. Book it.
One day you very well could see that.
The Green Arrow versus Le Champion.
Yep.
I'm down for
I
that.
think AJ Lee's came out with another comic book also again. She does that.
Yeah,
she does that. He'll. What's it called?
It's the Netflix series. It's like based off of that. The Glow.
Yeah, I know, but it's called something in Baby Faces. I can't remember.
Glow versus the baby. Yeah,
Glow
I know
was,
what
I think,
somebody- I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But she just came out with
Pretty
another
cool
one.
that she's getting into that.
She's doing it with the actress Amy Garcia.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Our Twitter account is at @CCG_WrestleCast. And if you're watching this, definitely subscribe to this on Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel. We would appreciate that. Again, we talk Royal Rumble today, so let us know your thoughts. Stay tuned for our Match of the Night poll or maybe any other type of poll we decide to come up with here. Next week, of course, we will be recapping the WWE Royal Rumble, then kicking off WrestleMania season and all the other crazy hijinks that may be happening this weekend. So
We're soon on the road to WrestleMania.
yes, it is beginning. We're definitely looking forward to it. This is always a fun pay-per-view. It is probably one of my personal favorites of the year, if not my favorite. Of the
usually
year. This one, Money in the Bank.
This one was until Brock Lesnar announced he was number one.
Let's see what they do with it. So
Let's see if they're brave enough to eliminate him early.
Oh,
I hope so.
please, God, please.
Yes.
Try to win some money.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's called Glow versus the Babyface. That's what it's called.
Okay.
What?
Glow versus the
Glow versus
Babyface.
Babyface.
Okay.
All right. So until then, we'll see you next week. Enjoy the Rumble. Enjoy Worlds Collide. If we decide to do a live reaction to the Rumble, stay tuned to the Countdown City Geekcast Facebook page because we'll probably put it on there one way or another.
See my children running around and crying.
If they're not asleep by then, we'll see. So
And then you'll see me running around and crying
Oh,
because
will I finally get to challenge Jay for his title?
you don't want to
good
take
luck
him
with
out,
that.
bro.
I don't know if
so
you want that smoke, homie.
you don't want that. You don't want that.
won't
smoke.
He was in a bouncy castle over the weekend. He didn't pin my dad 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the bouncy castle. Just throwing that out there right now. So
My son is 2.
he's 2.
He's 2.
Yep.
He'll be 3 in March, but still he's 2.
He's already making pinfalls.
And Vince is like, he'll be great in 205 Live.
Probably
He's already bigger than someone.
He's taller than
Actually,
Drake
yeah.
Maverick.
That's true.
did a 720 from the ceiling of the jump bouncy castle.
No, he didn't.
Jack Evans will be proud.
Spot
gosh.
monkey man.
My kid.
I love our kids. Anyway, over here we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
There we got Mike.
No fear in 2020.
My beautiful wife Tina.
Do we have catchphrases now? What is this?
I'm trying to
He's
get
trying to get
catchphrases
one going.
this year.
He's trying to get the 2020 going so hardcore right now.
Adios.
And I'm JC. We'll see you next week. Heal some baby faces. And remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are fake.
See you.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. Come on, we're waiting.
Wait for it.
Oh,
Show's
music
not
is
over.
playing.
The little symbol's down here, but
Music
someone's
is
going to come out.
The music is
Someone's
playing.
coming through the crowd. Who is it?
Hey!
So if you want to subscribe to the channel, click right here.
And if you want to watch more WrestleCast videos, I got 3 words for you. Click right here.